Hello dear students, today we will start our conductance in electrolytic solution. Hope you all are safe at home. Take out your copy, start writing conductance of a solution. So it is quite necessary to know some terms before we consider a subject of a conductance of electricity through a electrolytic solution. The solution means electrolytic solutions. Okay, so the term is resistance. Electrical resistance. What is it? Electrical resistance. Symbolically, it is R, capital R. It is measured. The unit is ohm. OHM. Symbol is like this. Okay, ohm. It can be measured with the help of Wheatstone bridge. I must say that you already read in physics that Wheatstone bridge. This is an instrument through which you are going to measure a resistance of a metal. Okay, Wheatstone bridge that you will do in physics lab. Okay, but the question is that how will you measure the conductance or resistance of a solution? Conductance of a solution. So we know that resistance is directly proportional to length. Resistance is directly proportional to what? Length of wire. And again that we know that resistance is inversely proportional to the area of wire. So combining these two, what we are getting? R equals to rho L by A. What is L? L is the length of wire. What is A? A is the area of cross section of the wire. And what is rho? This is RHO, rho. Okay, rho is nothing but resistivity. So now onwards we will talk about resistivity. What is resistivity? Resistivity is the rho, or this is again known as specific resistance. Specific resistance. Okay, rho is the specific resistance. How will you define rho? When your length will be 1 meter. Remember, very important. When length will be 1 meter and the area is 1 meter square, then what you will get? Rho is equivalent to your resistance. That is, the specific resistance is equals to the resistance, or the resistivity is equals to the resistance when the length of the wire is 1 meter and the area is 1 meter square. Is it clear? Next we'll go to the conductivity or conductance. From this resistance we all are going to calculate conductance. Okay, so you can write the definition over here. Resistivity is the resistance when the length of wire is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square. Okay, then you can write 1 ohm meter equals to 100 ohm centimeter. This also you can write. Okay, So this is all about your resistivity and resistance. So what is conductance over here? The inverse, remember, the inverse of resistance is known as conductance. Okay, what inverse of resistance is your conductance. Is it clear? That means, what is resistance? R. Suppose conductance is denoted as a G. So what is G? G will be inverse of resistance. That is, G will be R. Is it visible? G equals to 1 by R. That is what? Inverse of resistance. And from this equation we know that R is nothing but your rho L by A. So if you put 1 by R in place of R, what you will put? Rho L by A. Okay. So this is A by rho L. I can write likewise. Okay. And again 1 by rho into A by L. This is also I can write. Okay. So 1 by rho, this is nothing but conductivity. Or this we can written as kappa, K-A-P-P-A, kappa. Okay, is it clear? 1 by rho is nothing but your conductivity, which can be denoted as a kappa, and this conductivity is also known as specific conductance. Okay, kappa is conductivity, rho is resistivity. Okay, this is again known as specific conductance. Is it clear? So right, let me clean these things. And again, unit of this specific conductance is, or kappa is, Simon centimeter inverse, because it is the unit of inverse of resistance. What is the unit of resistance is this ohm meter or centimeter. If it will be the reverse 1 by R, then unit also 1 by ohm centimeter, or ohm inverse centimeter inverse. Okay, ohm inverse is nothing but your Simon and centimeter inverse. Let me clean these things. So if we proceed to next, so the conductivity, how will you measure a conductivity? We got the formulas. How will you get the conductivity or conductance or resistivity or resistance of an electrolytic solution? But normally this conductivity depends upon the nature. What type of nature? What type of electrolytic solutions is there? What type of metals are even used for the metal electrode, or in electrolytic cell? What type of solution is there? So that depends upon the nature of metal. Okay, so depending upon that, there are of 3 types. It is classified into 3 categories. Materials are classified into 3 categories. The first is conductors, second is insulator, third is semiconductor. Okay, it is very basic that what are conductors? The metals conduct electricity. Those will conduct electricity or electrons, we will call that one is conductors. Yes. For examples, metals. Normally metals conduct electricity, as well as some alloys. They also under these categories, alloys, because they are the mixture of metals. And some non-metals. Some non-metals are also there, like graphite. We know that graphite is the good conductor of electricity, but this is what? A non-metal. Okay. As well as some carbon black, it conducts some electricity. Carbon black, low amount of electricity, but it conducts. Okay. Some organic polymers are also conducting electricity. So these all are under the conductors. Okay. So what is insulator? Those who are providing insulating device. In insulating device you will get to know that rubber, glass. Okay. These are acting as the insulator. Okay. Ceramic. These are the insulators. And what is semiconductor? Semiconductors are having, right, these are having conductivity. These are having conductivity between insulator and conductors. Between conductor and insulator. These are the semiconductors. For example, what are the semiconductors? Silicon doped. Excuse me. Sorry. Silicon doped. Again, arsenide. So these are basically used for in semiconductor case. Okay. Write in note. Some superconductors are also there. Superconductor. They are having power to conduct electricity. Okay. These are known as superconductors. Okay. Right. Certain material like nanomaterials, certain nanomaterials, carbon nano, silicon nano, these are acting as a superconductors. Okay. So some certain materials having superconducting power, having superconducting power, you can write this, superconducting power are known as superconductors. Okay. Nowadays superconductors are heavily used in electronic devices, again in solar plates. Okay. They have that capacity to conduct electricity in super way. Okay. So let me clean this. Next we'll write the nature. What are the nature of a material and what are the nature of the electrolytic cell? We'll write. Okay. So electrical conductance through a metal. Will be visible? Yes. Electrical conductance through a metal is known as metallic conductor. Okay. Or you can say that one is an electronic conductor. So what will be the nature? This conductance, it is depends on what? Write the first point, nature. And structure of metal. Structure of what? Metal. That metal that you have taken for the electric conductance, what is its nature and what is the structure? First dependence. Next, number of valence electrons of the atom. How many valence electrons are there? Third is, it depends upon the temperature. How it will affect the temperature? It decreases. It decreases means the conductance decreases with increase in temperature. Increase in temperature. Okay. These are the nature, or these are the depending factors of a metallic conductor. But we are more concerned about electrolytic conductance or electrolytic conductors, and what are the natures, or ionic solution. If you will take, instead of metal, if you will take an ionic solution, what will be the factors? What are the factors that the conductance is depends? Okay, so we'll write that also. For ionic solution, it depends. It depends means what? The conductance depends on what? First point, nature of electrolytic solution or nature of electrolyte added. What type of electrolyte that you have taken, whether that is strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte, whether it has some electrons or the plus or negative ions are there or not, whether that is electrolyte or not. So what type of electrolyte you have taken in your electrolytic solution that will conduct the electricity or electrons. Okay, so this is the first point. What will be the second point? The size of ion. The size of what? Size of ion produced. Suppose you have taken Na plus and NaCl, and when you are added to the solvent molecule, it will give Na plus and Cl minus. What is the size of that ions produced in the electrolytic solution? That is also a factor. Next point, the concentration. What? The concentration of electrolytic solution. What concentration you have taken? What concentration you have taken, that may be low or high or moderate. What concentration, whether that electrolyte solution are getting free space or not. So concentration also. And again the final point will be the temperature. But here the case is quite opposite with these metallic electrodes. It increases, this conductance will be increases, it increases with increasing temperature. With increasing temperature. These are the points. Note it down. Okay. So next, the measurement of conductivity. Measurement of conductivity of ionic solution. How will you measure the conductivity of an ionic solution. Okay, so we know that the accuracy of a metal, the resistance accuracy of a metal, that we can measure through the Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge, it's a device through which we can measure, but it is not possible for the ionic solution, because in Wheatstone bridge that some electrodes, metals are there, so you can't take that solution, first point. Okay, so you can write, so measuring of the resistance of in resistance for ionic solution through this bridge are facing two problems. What are the two problems? First, the direct current means DC, okay, changes the composition. The direct current DC changes the composition of solution. It changes the composition of solution. What type of solution that you are taking? Ionic solution. Okay. And another words, a solution you cannot be connected through the a solution you cannot connected to the bridge like metal. The way how you are taking a metal and you are connecting through the wire to the bridge, but you can't connect the solution likewise. So these are the two problems. Okay, so if we know the cell constant or resistance, if you calculate, then we can easily calculate the conductance of ionic electrolyte through a different method. Okay, so let us find out. Okay, I'll explain here. The device actually that we are getting in market, likewise, these are the platinum electrodes, PT electrodes. Okay, these are again PT electrodes, platinum wire electrodes. These are the connecting wires, and the distance is L. Okay, and the distance is L. And another type of device will be like this, where platinum electrode will be at the bottom. This distance is L. Again, these are the connecting wires, this L is the distance. Okay, and these are the PT electrodes. These are the different shape of devices where conductivity of a cell is measured. So how? By putting the formula. R equals to rho L by A. Okay, so what is L by A? Rho is, we know that resistivity, and L by is the cell constant. If L is the distance, A is the area of that electrode, this is nothing but the cell constant, and cell constant is denoted as a G star. Okay, so R will you get what? What you will get? Rho G star. Or how will you find out G star? That is cell constant. G star equals to R by rho, or I can write this way also. G star equals to 1 by rho R. What is 1 by rho? early we read that 1 by rho is nothing but the specific conductance, that is kappa. Yes or no? So we can write G star equals to kappa R. What is G star? G star is the cell constant. Kappa is your specific conductance or conductivity. R is the resistance. Okay, understood? Once the cell constant is determined, once the cell constant is determined, it can be used for the determination of what? Resistance. If you know the value of cell constant, you can calculate resistance. Variable resistance you can take. Okay, and for that you have given a diagram in book that how will you calculate variable resistance. These are the, suppose this one R1, R2, R3, R4. This is the detector. These are the R3 and R4 are the two fixed resistance. R3 and R4 are the fixed resistance, and R1 is the conducting cell resistance, and R2 is the variable. Here variable resistance are to be fixed to measure the value, what is the resistivity, what is the conductance capacity of this resistance, that you will follow, you can measure by this. Okay, so how will you take that one? By taking this formula, kappa equals to cell constant, kappa you need to calculate cell constant by R, that is what? Resistance. Okay, any one of the value is given in your question, then you can easily calculate the other one. Okay, this is how you need to solve the problem of this resistance or regarding the metallic conductance. Okay, next we will go to the molar conductance, that is the new term for the calculating conductance of an ionic electrolyte. Okay.